My name's Loida from loveacrylicpainting.com, and today we're going to be having this awesome live tutorial video where I'm going to be showing you how to do some jewelry for the upcoming holidays. So welcome everybody, welcome and thank you for being here. And I don't know if you guys had a chance to download or get your supplies list. It should be something like this. There should be a link in the description box of the video where you can download this list. Now, I'm going to be modifying this list a little bit because I've added a few more things that I didn't add here, and I also made a jewelry box. Well, it's called a Jewel Up box that includes some of these items. And you can just grab that. If you want that, you can let me know, and then I can ship one of those boxes out to you. So that's not included here, so I'll just include those details there. So once this video is up as a replay, I will include a link to the updated version of this supplies list, okay? So if you didn't get your supplies list, that's okay. You can always get your supplies, then come back and watch the replay and do your jewelry, just following the video. Or if you did get them, if you have your supplies ready, then just have them ready, and you can just kind of follow along with me once we start working on the jewelry pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you down. This is my first time doing a live class. I do have other classes, other courses on my website, but this is the actual first live class. So I'm a little bit excited, but at the same time, a little bit scared, that something's not gonna work out. So we'll see how it goes. Welcome, I'm glad that you're here, that you made it, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you down, and let me just move all of this. Hopefully we can get it to the right spot. So let's go over the supplies list. First of all, you're going to need some Luxe powders or some extra fine glitter. And I have some examples here. Let me see if I can move them over. So these are the Luxe powders, okay? These are from winmodernart.com. They are just awesome powders. They are very, very fine glitter, but they are very, very good quality. You can use them in your own, you can even mix them up in your own acrylic pours, in the paint mixtures. You can sprinkle them on top. You can use them with resin, and they are just absolutely fabulous. Like, you can see the sparkle so well. So she has tons of colors, so just grab whatever you'd like to use for your jewelry pieces. If not, you can get some fine glitter. And in the jewelry, in the Jewel Up boxes that I was mentioning earlier, where I told you that I was gonna include a few of these items, well, I'm actually including a few of my favorite items, which are also very, very nice glitters, very fine as well. So they're just glitters from different places, and these you can get from me in your Jewel Up box, or you can just get these from Win Modern Art. And if you get your supplies list, if you download that PDF, there's going to be a coupon down here, a coupon code that you can use to get 10% off of any of the Win Modern Art Luxe powders. So make sure you grab that. So let me just show you some of these awesome powders here. This is a very sparkly red, very deep red. I call it vampire's blood. This is called Meadow. Very nice green, and I love this. This one is Ocean Dream. It is just so sparkly. and this is a holographic glitter. This one actually comes in the Glam Up, the Jewel Up boxes. Sorry, I'm thinking about the other boxes that I currently have on sale for the geodes, for making geodes. But this is called Jewel Up box, and it includes 10 grams of this, of the holographic silver glitter. This is my favorite gold glitter. This one is also included in the box. 10 grams of that, and then I have 2 more here, which is rose gold, and this one is coffee bean. Very pretty colors. And so I'll include these 2, 10 grams of these, and then another 10 grams of one of these. It'll be a surprise. And then, so that is the Luxe powders, okay? Luxe powders, fine glitter, or you can grab some of this special glitter from me. And that's it for the Luxe powders. Now, we are also going to need Luxe Water Effects, which is also from Win Modern Art. This one is the clear version, because there are some other ones that are glow in the dark. This one is the clear one. And, but by all means, like if you want to use the glow in the dark one, that is actually stunning for jewelry. You can make glow in the dark jewelry. And I've used that, and you know, I highly recommend it. But if you don't want something that glows in the dark, you just want to make up your own colors, whatever, get the clear one. And this one, you can also use the same discount coupon code in that PDF list, okay? And this one is I haven't found a replacement really for this product. It has the consistency of resin. It withstands the high temperatures as well, and it keeps that 3D look, that 3D raced look. So I love this stuff. You can use this for jewelry. You can use this as a resin top coat, you know, as a resin substitute. You can use it as a regular top coat. You can use it for creating 3D waves, like I do in my Seascapes course that I have on my website. You can use it in a ton of things. And then you're going to need other 3D embellishments. Okay, so let me show you what I have here. These are my favorite things to use. These are diamond chips, and they are in silver. They come in silver, and I have them in gold as well. They are just absolutely stunning. Let me just show you. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in them, but they just look like diamond chips, you know, in silver and gold. And these add just so much character to your jewelry or even your art. You can use this in your pieces of art as well. So these, also 10 grams of this and 10 grams of this color, come in your Jewel Up box if you want to get that from me, okay? If not, there are some other replacements or similar things that you can find, and they will be listed in your PDF guide. Now, another one of my favorite items are these 3D bubbles. They are just absolutely precious. They are just gorgeous. They are iridescent 3D bubbles, and they come in different shapes. So there's some big ones, some tinier, smaller ones, tinier. I don't know if that's how I don't think that's a word. I think you just say tiny or more, I don't know, more tiny. Anyways, but these are iridescent, and they basically just change colors. They just look different, like the rainbow colors. They're clear, but at the same time, they kind of look like rainbowish colors. And like I said, they are a mixture of different sizes of bubbles, and you can use these for your jewelry, for ocean pours as well. So I also include 10 grams of this in your Jewel Up box. And then my other favorite item are these crushed glass pieces. They have a mirror backing, so it's kind of like you have some see-through pieces, but then you have some other that have like a mirror back. So they're very pretty, and that's what I used in this piece here. So when you go out in the sunlight, then the sun hits those pieces of glass, of mirror, and then they just reflect the light, and it's what makes this piece of jewelry sparkle. And I also include, I actually include 30 grams of this in your Jewel Up box. So these are also great for ocean pours. I've done some ocean pours with this and some geodes as well. Now, the other thing you're gonna need is alcohol inks. And I really like the Pinata alcohol inks. You can grab these from Dick Blick Art, or I think Amazon has some as well. And I just have different colors. I really like getting the gold, the silver, and the pearl one. So we'll need that. And then last but not least is the jewelry stuff, or the jewelry pieces that you'll use to put basically your stuff in, okay? And there's different options. These I got from Amazon. They come in different colors. It's a pack of, I think it was 20 of these. And they, like I said, they come in different colors. And they also come with these glass pieces, which you could use to make a jewelry piece like this one that I made right here. Okay, but in this tutorial, we're not using the glass pieces. We're just using the metal pieces, and then the stuff that goes inside is going to be, it's going to consist of all these other materials that I just showed you. But you know, this one you can use these with the glass pieces that come in, that come included, and you can make something like this. I think I'll include a tutorial video in my YouTube channel for how to do these pieces as well, if you're interested in watching that. Then I got these from someone on Etsy, I believe, and these ones as well. I think all of these were from Etsy. These are some earrings, and I guess just some tweezers and some toothpicks to move the paint around and put your, you know, your tiny little pieces of embellishments inside. Okay, now we won't be able to use all of the sparkly powders that I have here, and just we won't be able to use everything, just because obviously, you know, it wouldn't be a good idea to put every single color in here and every single embellishment in this. So all the things that I showed you are just options that you can use for making different jewelry, you know, different types of jewelry. In this case, I don't really have a plan of what I'm going to be using. We'll just kind of choose something on the go right here. So in this one, we won't be using the crushed glass, but I think I'm going to go with using these diamond chips. I'm not sure if I want to use the gold or the silver. Maybe silver. Okay. And then I want to use some of these 3D bubbles as well, because they're just absolutely gorgeous. I think gold, because I like gold. And then, you know what? I really like this one. I really like this powder. So what you're going to do is you're going to add some of this Luxe Water Effects in there, in that cavity. But you have to be careful, and you need to make sure that you don't add a lot of it, okay? because otherwise, once you start adding your embellishments and once you start adding your alcohol inks, it's just going to overflow. And all you're going to do is just add a little bit of that. So this is non-toxic even. So it's a really great product. And for now, I'm not covering the whole thing because it's better to add less than add too much and then end up with that overflow problem. So just add a little bit so you can start adding stuff on there. And it's as easy as just adding stuff to your piece of jewelry. There's really not much science to it. The one thing that I do want to mention is that your alcohol inks, you need to make sure that you shake them up really well because the pigmented part settles down on the bottom. So you have to mix it up super, super well. And you have to add just a tiny, tiny bit of alcohol ink versus the Luxe water effects. If you add too much of this, then this will not harden up, okay? It will stay kind of squishy, so you don't want that. This is just used to embellish it, to give it a little bit of color, but you just have to use maybe, I don't know, a drop or two. You have to just be really careful with how much you add, but I think teal will be fine. Okay, so you're just gonna add, like I said, very, very, very tiny drop. That's it, nothing more than that. And now to separate, that's going to spread out by itself. And the way that you separate that color, you know, so that it's not just all green or teal, is by adding some of this, you know, another drop of this, and then adding some more of the Luxe water effects in some areas so that it's kind of separates. So if I add another drop there, or I can add, let's add a little bit of just one drop of gold here. And then I'll just add some of that. And the one thing that I do want to show you is this, okay? Alcohol inks will clump or will dry up super fast. So if you want to change the design of wherever the alcohol ink landed, you need to go in with your toothpick and move that pigment around as soon as that drop falls in there. You have a very limited amount of time for changing the design. So you should have your, you know, your alcohol ink, your Luxe water effects, and a toothpick ready as soon as you drop it on there. Because otherwise, as you saw, once I went in with my toothpick, now that just, you know, came out. It was already like hardened. But it's okay. Like, I just wanted to show you that so that you're aware that that's going to happen. And if there's a way of adding less than a drop of alcohol ink, that would probably be best. Let me just shake this up a little bit. What I was thinking is maybe, I've never tried this, but let's see if, yeah, maybe adding just a tiny bit with your toothpick might be a better idea. See? So now you can add some color in there without having to add a big drop. And so that way you can just add the green wherever it is that you want to add the green to. Otherwise, if you add the drop, the whole drop, then it's just going to spread and everything's going to look green. So it just depends on what look you're going for. So in this case, I just added a little bit of teal there with my toothpick. And like I said, this is just your design. And I'm going to add a little bit of gold, but let me do the same thing as I did with the teal. I'm just going to add a little bit with my toothpick here. Okay, I'm going to start adding my embellishments, and I'll keep adding more stuff to it. And the embellishments will move some of these things around as well. So I just randomly add them. I don't have a plan. You just add your embellishments wherever it is that you want. Add some smaller 3D bubbles, bigger 3D bubbles. And hey, if you have questions, let me know in the comments. So I just added a couple of 3D bubbles there. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me bring it up a little bit closer. And I don't know if you can see it, but for some reason my camera's a little bit blurry. Okay, so I just added some of my 3D bubbles, some of my diamond chips. Now I'll go in and sprinkle a little bit of this glitter here. And I still have some areas where I don't have where it's not completely filled with the Luxe water effect. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of this gold here. These have a white backing, so you want to make sure that you place them in your jewelry piece, facing the right way. Otherwise, you'll see white and you won't really see the nice part, the reflection. So I'm just gonna add this big piece somewhere over here and another big piece over here. And the Luxe water effects will just serve as glue. Everything will stick together once it's dry. I said I didn't really have a plan on what I was gonna do, but that's the fun of it. That's the fun part of doing these pieces of jewelry. It's that you can just, do whatever. And as long as you don't add a ton of alcohol ink to your pieces of jewelry, you should be fine. Because that's the main issue here. If you add a lot of alcohol ink, everything will turn green or the color that you added, and then it won't harden up as it should. It's going to stay all squishy, and you're gonna have issues there. So as long as you don't add too much alcohol ink, the rest doesn't really matter. The rest is just adding the embellishments to your heart's content. The Luxe water effects usually hardens completely within a day, I think. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, so that's it for today. Let me see, can anything be used besides alcohol ink, like watercolor, acrylic ink, etc.? Yes, so I love Luxe water effects because you can mix it with acrylic paints. The only reason I use this is because of the gold, because it's kind of like metal leaf. If you've ever seen metal leaf and you've seen people use metal leaf for decorating their paintings, this is kind of like metal leaf. So once you put it in there, it just looks like if you've added metal leaf on there. The same thing happens with the silver one, and I'm not sure about the pearl one because I haven't tried that yet. But the metallic ones, so far for me, they make this metallic leaf, they give your jewelry a metallic leaf look. So feel free to use any, any acrylic paint mixed with a tiny bit of Floetrol. And I think that's it for today. So thank you for joining me. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone who joined me today in this video.